Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW Classic Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch and our human Paladin. Today, we're starting back out in Stranglethorn. I think we're going to head over into this area in the northwest. We have a couple of tablets we have to collect for Curzen's Mystery, we have trolls we can kill for Bloodscalp Ears, we need to fight Basilisk for Crystal Shards, and we need to check out the Haunted Island. So yeah, I think we're going to head that way today. I hope you guys are all doing well, and thank you for clicking on the video and deciding to spend some of your time here with me. I really do appreciate it. Had a pretty substantial maintenance today. I just want to check a few settings because sometimes I've noticed sometimes some video and audio settings get reset for some reason after big updates. Everything looks like it was when I last checked, so we should be okay. Yeah, a little bit of extended maintenance today. Servers did come up a half hour early than prophesized, so that was good. But overall, it's always painful to me to kind of lose a chunk of the working day. Part of me wishes they could implement the updates and changes on maintenance day, you know, during a time less played, I guess. Like sometime in the wee hours of the morning would be perfect. Obviously, nobody wants to work during that time, and I suppose people would have to be on staff to handle doing the actual updating, making sure everything fires correctly, etc. Yeah, so we can fight any trolls that we come across that are just kind of hanging out. We can take them out. But we really do need to head up on the plateau and into that troll area. Also need Elder Stranglethorn Tigers, which apparently we can find right around this area. Let's take out a few of these, at least the ones we can find. Let's get some buffs going, that would be good. We could equip our two-hander. We don't really need a sword and shield, although we are just wrecking everything, so... But yeah, I think we'll go here. Actually, obviously, what I need to do is sell stuff really quick. Let's grab a couple more tigers, and we'll go sell. Nothing like a full inventory to start your day off the right way. Yeah, I'm a little rushed today because, again, the server maintenance means that I can't get on and do my thing. Which means I have less time to level today, which I don't think it's going to be incredibly impactful. But it still does suck. And today being the 13th means we have now a little bit less than exactly 2 weeks until Wrath launches. Pretty exciting times. What I need is a clean inventory. That's what I need. We have this one-handed sword that dropped that I completely forgot about. Another good reason to dig through your bags every once in a while. We can get rid of the one-handed mace now that we have our one-handed sword for our sword and shield combo. We can get rid of this two-handed axe. Oh yes, we have the Aegis of the Scarlet Commander now. So we can go ahead and sell the Commander's Crest. That might be as good as I can do. Obviously, there are some things that I need to start stashing in my bank, like all of the bars that we have crafted can go into the bank. And they can sit there until some unknown time when I will be able to level blacksmithing. And right now, I don't know when that will be. I am going to be pretty focused on simply leveling up the character and trying to get to 68 or 70 before opening night, before Northrend opens up and we can get on the boat. Go ahead and switch this around. Yesterday I was looking at our gear and just realized that most of it is pretty good. We've somehow gotten to a point where almost all of our gear is a relevant blue item. The only green we have is the Scarlet Belt. Granted, we don't have any trinkets, so... Though we are only level 41. Let's try to pull a few of these together. And there we go, that's 10 out of 10. Not bad. We still have to deal with the Panther Mastery, the Stealth Panthers over here, but for now, we can go ahead and let's start targeting some trolls. Let's try to head... Let's get this tablet first. We need to head up into the plateau properly. But we can come down here, fight some trolls, and get the tablet that's down here. We're going to have to get one out of the water as well. Which shouldn't be too hard. We can sneak by the Murlocs. We don't actually have to engage the Murlocs, so we can get the tablet without that. This is another area, much like the Curzon compound, that is typically farmed into oblivion. So I'm going to be doing some pulling here. Which might at first seem, you know, a little foolish. But I think we're powerful enough now, especially with all the gear that we have, that we can handle pulls like this and not really have much of a problem. So if we don't do pulls like this, then we're not going to get a lot of mobs out here today. All of that, and I think we got one ear. Which is pretty much how it goes. It's a locked chest. Let's come up this way and see if we can put our eyes on some basilisk. Here we go. Oh, that was dirty. Oh, that was dirty. That one was chasing us and he managed to tag it. That was dirty. I should have hit it. I thought we had a second. That's how vicious people are, man. They're like, oh, that's chasing you, but you haven't hit it yet? Let me take that off your hands for you. Absolutely brutal. It's become quite cutthroat leveling out here. The good news is that the zombie plague has ended. Yeah, they changed the timelines for it because of people's issues with it, actually. So this was a good case of Blizzard actually listening to feedback, hearing people's complaints and issues with how the event was affecting their leveling process. And that was something we had talked about a couple days ago, how it was kind of like a bad time to have this kind of event because you've invited everybody back to the world. Everybody's questing, excited to level up their characters for Wrath launch. And then throw in the zombie event, which just basically can stop somebody from leveling. Depending on, you know, where they're trying to level, depending on the time of day and other players and populations and things like that, could be very, very detrimental. We're getting so many blues. What the hell is going on? What is this? This is a two-handed mace with strength and stamina on it. Very little strength and stamina. Requires level 30. Attack power increased by 34. Top end damage 105. That's cool. We will sell that for a little bit. We now have 2 blue items. With stuff like this, I often wonder if I should just hold on to those items for, say, a few months and sell them at a higher price much later down the road. Is that worth it, or are we going to want the money now to do things like leveling up our blacksmithing? That's the other thing, is like, I could really use some gold. Not just for, you know, mounts and stuff in the future, riding skill, etc. But I could actually use some gold to try to level up our blacksmithing, to try to level up our smelting and our mining. So selling it now would be beneficial. I guess it's going to depend on what they can sell for. I'll check the auction house for both items, see if there are any other such items. It's almost like we could sell it for 10 gold now, or in 6 months we could sell it for 100 gold. But the 10 gold, how that feels to us now, and the 100 gold, how it feels to us then, are probably going to be almost exactly the same experientially because of inflation. So yeah, kind of hard to say what the best call is there. We should probably just sell it now for whatever we can get. The other option is always to bank them for alts. I don't know what the future of alts looks like, but could be something. But we'll probably sell them if we can get a decent amount of gold for it. We're pretty broke as it stands. Pretty much broke. Every time we quest here, I keep coming back to the idea that maybe we just ought to do more dungeons. There's really not enough at this level to do. I mean, it's a matter of running Armory, Cathedral, and Uldaman until your eyes bleed. And I think we've gotten most of the gear that we need from any of it. There's a two-handed axe off of Herod, but I feel like the sword we have is better. Uldaman is rather large. It's a little bit long, but I like it because I actually know my way around there now, so it's actually a pretty enjoyable dungeon. I don't really know how much more gear is in there for us, but we might be able to get some more plate items. Pretty sure our plate gloves came from Uldaman. I keep wanting to call it Ulduar. Every time I go to say it, I want to call it Ulduar. But Uldaman. Almost got away from that one. You could actually turn your back and run away from that. They stand still while they're casting it, and you can get out of range pretty easily if you're paying attention, which I was not. Somebody asked me why I keep auto attack on my action bar, and the reason is because the only thing I have that creates the auto attack is my judgment here. I could hit the T button, that would start auto attacking. I could also right click, but I kind of like to have it here. Eventually I'll probably get rid of it, but it's kind of like a handicap button. It's like for when I don't want to reach and hit T, and for when I don't want to click, I can just hit 1 on my target. It's helpful sometimes when judgment's on cooldown. But I probably could get rid of it. That would free up an actual slot. I'm probably going to have to get rid of it. If I haven't gotten rid of it by the time we get Crusader Strike, that's definitely where Crusader Strike will go. So, yeah. I might just keep it on my bar there as a placeholder until we get Crusader Strike. And eventually Righteous Defense will come off of this bar, and we'll just construct another bar for tanking. We obviously don't need to have that here on our main bar. We don't use it. It's a dead button right now. Alright, we are done here. They want to keep respawning this one over and over, but we don't have to fight it. Well, we might aggro it. Oh, we didn't. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to swim out here first, and we're going to get the tablet from under the water. And then we will investigate the haunted island. After that, we'll head up into the Troll Plateau and fight guys up there for ears. We got 2 tablets back there that we need to click on. So that's where we're headed next. See, we can come down on the back side of this wall, and if we do this, we don't have to fight any murlocs, which is great. I never said underwater mounts make sense, but it's a good quality of life change. It literally does not make sense. But not everything has to make sense. It is a video game. Yeah, like, I don't think in real life horses can do the doggy paddle. If they could, they definitely would not want to be doing it with someone riding them. Or in plate armor, for that matter. There we go, there's the completion for that. They're going to send us back here eventually for elemental water bracers, I think. But for now, we can skedaddle. Wondering if there's a way up over here. It looks like we might be able to make our way up. Here we go. Now we just need to get around. Actually, that will work perfectly. You see, this looks bad, but in reality, it's actually fine. It just looks like we're in bad shape. Things have changed, guys. We've hit a level and a state of gearing that allows us to take on like a bunch of enemies at a time, and if they're a few levels under us, they really can't do anything. These guys are quite a few levels under us, and therefore they are no threat to us at all, basically. So that's good. It's kind of a good place to be trying to wrap up these quests here. Kinda had to put a stop on any kind of dungeon so we don't outlevel a bunch of this stuff. At this point, it's just easy content that's easy experience, and I don't want to miss it. A bunch of mystics? Probably not the best idea. Yeah, I would say, how long until the cross heal? How big is this heal going to be? Not big enough to save him. Now, if they keep cross healing this one guy and put all their effort into that, they might keep him alive for a minute. They didn't, so that works out. We really do need an interrupt that's on like a 15-second cooldown. That would be amazing. A 1-minute cooldown on our interrupt as a tank is not really the best thing. These guys like really need to start dropping more of their ears. That's all I'm saying. I can see they have 2 perfectly functional ears each. If one of those was viable, that would make me happy. We are having an issue where there's like basically non-stop respawns. Oh yes, Art of War. I need to figure out how I'm going to watch for Art of War. Maybe I should just keep in mind that Art of War procs all the time. That could be something to keep in mind. Inventory's full. We knew that. We never did go back to sell. It's just pages right now that we are not able to collect, which is fine. Anything we can... I mean, if we toss anything out, we're just going to collect more pages, right? We don't need the pages. I'm not going to do the quest. It's probably time to start heading up into the pyramid. It's not really a pyramid, it's just like a series of plateaus. We do have one more legend to get up here. And then whatever ears we can accumulate, we're at 7 out of 15, which is not awful. Come on, no, don't start shooting, just come this way. I'm gonna let them have their mobs, although we are in combat with some of it, which is a little bit annoying. I want to take this guy. I was trying to help, but I don't think we got there in time. Yeah, that's a corpse. I did try. Although I think they were on the opposing faction, so... I love getting a 385 crit on my taunt. If that isn't overpowered, then I don't really know what is. I'm still not using my instant exorcism. I played with this a little bit yesterday and I couldn't get it to work. It was under combat. Are you like, you're coming onto us now? I mean, that's fine. Kind of annoying, since we don't need you at all. But I guess we'll deal with it. They both go to heal him, and like, he's already dead. Yeah, great job, guys. Perfect. So yeah, I tried to turn on floating combat text just to see the proc for Art of War, and I have not been able to get that to work. Can enable combat text, and the only thing I have checked here is reactive spells and abilities. Show when reactive class-specific abilities and spells become available. I don't have anything else checked, but it keeps showing me other stuff. It keeps showing me other stuff. Scroll up, scroll down, or arc. Let's try arc. Maybe it keeps it off of our character. Yeah, I'd like to just see when Art of War procs, or any other procs that we eventually get. But when I had that set up like that the other day in the dungeon, it was showing healing on me and combat and damage. Yeah, see, I'm seeing healing, I'm seeing my damage taken. There's some healing from our judgment. Why is that? And there's Art of War. You know, there's the one thing I'm looking for. Why is that happening? Why am I still seeing my healing? You can see I don't have healing. I mean, I have this. Display amount of healing you did. Is that what's causing it? Display damage numbers over hostile creatures when damaged. But yeah, why am I still seeing my... Even if this accounts for the healing, since I'm doing it to myself. Why am I also seeing damage that's done to me? Or is the damage being dealt to you just default, you can't turn it off, it is what it is? Yeah, I don't know. We'll try to roll with it. I do want to see the Art of War procs, but if it gets too annoying, let me know, guys, and I'll just turn it off. Maybe I'll have to find some kind of add-on after all to help out with that. I didn't realize I needed to pick these up. That's actually a problem. There we go. Okay, so we need a few more ears. Let's try to get these, and then we'll get back to somewhere where we can actually sell all of our stuff. Should probably go ahead and get some of our mana back. That might be a good idea, especially if we want to keep doing bigger pulls. Oh, it's on cooldown, so then I can do a flash heal. So if Exorcism's on cooldown, we get Art of War, we'll do a flash heal. That's not bad. Yes, obviously it's much easier to know when it procs when you have the words popping up. I do like that. This isn't too annoying, is it? If I turn off my... Okay, good. I can still turn off my UI and it turns off the floating combat text. I really feel like there should be a way to go in and you should be able to turn off the damaging and you should be able to turn all of it on or all of it off, whatever you want. It should be totally customizable. So it kind of surprises me that it doesn't seem to be like that. That's actually all of the ears that we need. So yeah, let's just get out of here. That's a good idea. Not that way necessarily. Yes, maybe this way. Might actually be our best way out. From here we can head over to Nessingori's camp. And there is a vendor and repair person there, so we can talk to them to get all of our stuff sold. Then we need to head up to the rebel camp. I feel like I want to take care of this stuff and then head down to Booty Bay. That is kind of the plan, to wrap up everything here that we have currently in the northern part of Stranglethorn, all the green stuff. I really want to get all the green stuff done. I might hold off on turning this stuff in up at the camp until we have all the green stuff done. Well, we're not going to lose any of it. 38, 36. We're closest to losing this Jungle Secrets, level 33. We probably need to get that turned in.
Hello. Be careful.
That's the quest for Sindal. Let's just go back to the rebel camp and turn in there as well. What I'd really like to be able to do is, between finishing up here in Stranglethorn and maybe doing some more dungeons, I'd like to be able to go right into Zul'Farrak. Not well, yes, into Zul'Farrak the dungeon, but into Tanarus for questing. And then subsequently to do a bunch of Zul'Farrak. Yeah, I think Zul'Farrak to Ungoro would be okay. I know there are zones that I don't really do, like the Searing Gorge and places like that we could go.
You need something?
They just don't seem to have as many quests. While I study those legends you acquired, gather for me implements of evil troll magic. Enter the territory of the Skull Splitter Trolls, a second tribe to the distant south, and acquire Skull Splitter fetishes from their witch doctors and mystics.
See you around.
Alright, you are the camp trader?
I buy and trade
You can't repair.
for the Alliance.
Thought they had a repair person up here. It's not a big deal.
What can I help you with?
Yeah, I think the problem is, I mean, our inventory is just too limited. We need bigger bags. We can keep emptying out like what little we can, but overall it's not going to help long term. I have too much crap that I need to put in the bank. Just have not made that bank alt yet. Don't know when that's going to happen. It apparently needs to happen soon-ish. Yeah, that's all I can do. 13 empty slots is not that much. Not once we get going and we're fighting a bunch of stuff and it all is dropping loot. What do we want to do first? Let's come over here to our buddies, the Shadow Maw Panthers, and see how it's going over there today. Those guys are hiding out in stealth, and it's sometimes hard to rouse them out. There are also a ton of tigers infesting the area, so we might have to clear some of those out as well. Overall, it's going to be harder to find them than it's going to be to find the raptors. It says there are a bunch down here now. I don't remember it being like this in the past. So maybe they've added some. There used to be a bunch here and then like a few scattered through here, but now Questy is tracking like a ton of spawn points for Shadow Maw Panthers down here. Interesting. we might have to check that area out. That's Bagthera, but we don't need Bagthera yet. This quest is always a pain. It truly is. It's been a pain on every character that I've done it on. I always kind of dread it, and last time we didn't do it on the mage. And I'm kind of leaning in that same exact direction here on the Paladin. It takes so long to find them that it's almost like you could be doing so many other quests while you're wasting your time doing this. Which is essentially you're just running in circles, hoping that something like in stealth attacks you. Which is not any fun. It just isn't any fun. Let's come across the river here and let's work on getting the last tail raptors we need and maybe seeing if Sindal is up. Because I really don't think I'm going to be doing this one. I didn't do it last time. I think those feelings were basically correct. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it this time either. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it's such a horrible quest. You need 10 of them, and they're all in stealth. They seem to sometimes share spawn points with the tigers, despite being in stealth. So it's almost like if you see a bunch of tigers up, you can be assured that there are not a bunch of panthers up. It's just kind of a crappy situation, honestly. I wish they would take them out of stealth, or take all the tigers out, make them Shadowmaw Panthers, then they could all be in stealth, but there'd be more of them. That being said, we can come down here and see how it is down here. The spawn icons make it look more dense, and I just don't know what else is kind of in that area, but we can see. It won't be bad to take a look. You're running. Let's grab you. Sucks when you proc Art of War and you have nothing to use it on. It'd be really cool if for one more point it would also automatically reset the cooldown on Exorcism. Although it would probably be really, really overpowered if that were the case. It would be fun, nonetheless. Speaking of fun and overpowered, I need to get glyphs. I still don't have glyphs. At 42, we'll plan a trip to a city to train and do all that stuff, and at that time, we'll go ahead and look at what glyphs we can get a hold of. Because we have 2 major glyph slots that we could be using that we're just not. And the glyphs for the mage seemed okay. The one that we equipped on the mage that seemed pretty powerful, I got the one for the permanent water elemental. But at the cost of that, though, it can no longer do its freeze attack, so there was a balancing to it. It didn't just increase a bunch of power, it like also had a negative consequence. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't think the glyphs are going to be anything like truly transformative for the Paladin, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Alright, that is all the raptors. Let's come down here, and we will check out this area south of Gromgull Base Camp. Hopefully without being killed by Horde NPCs. And we'll see if it's more populated. Maybe they did make a good change, and I just need to be looking in a different area. I'm willing to give it a shot to try to salvage the quest chain. Alright, so let's turn in what we have here.
to me.
And see what chains into what. 10 singing blue crystals to someone in Booty Bay.
Glad I could help.
Okay.
Yo.
Here we go. Now we need 18 Skull Splitter tusks. So we should be able to pair this with one of the other troll quests that we've got recently.
Real. What's up? Hurry back.
82 experience for that one.
Keep your nose clean in my town.
Now he wants the water elemental bracers. And we have some other stuff that we can pick up here. Granted, we don't have a lot of room in our quest log for more quests. You have Whiskey Slim's Lost Grog. That's a level 50 quest, so we're not going to really be worried about doing that anytime soon. What else is going on here? You have Stoli's Debt.
What can I do for you?
Speak with Stoli in Steamweedle Port. This is a breadcrumb into Tannerus. I'm pretty sure that's where Steamweedle Port is. You have Stranglethorn Fever, Summon Mock, Savage. And yeah, with that, we are maxed out on quests. Am I gonna do Oldemon again? I don't think so. I don't think so. We'll keep the one that's the actual dungeon quest for now.
Well met.
Keep an eye. Retrieve his eye from the Blood Cell Buccaneers. I don't know if I've ever done that quest. Retrieve his eye. Okay. Alright. Well, so if we don't want to do Shadowmaw Panthers, we don't really have a reason to be up there right now, unless we want to do the Skull Splitter Tusks. Yeah, I'm a little bit all over the place today, as far as where we're doing what. Let's go ahead and fly back to the Rebel camp. We'll turn in at Nesting Warriors camp and we'll go fight a bunch of trolls. That sounds like something we could do.
Maya, what's on your mind? Very good.
Yeah, I mean, we could run Cathedral a couple more times for some easy kill experience. If we're really wanting to get a level or something like that, we could do Scarlet Cathedral. I'm probably not going to do Maradon. I'm definitely not going to tank Maradon. Maradon is one of my least favorite dungeons in the game. I think it's cool, like visually and aesthetically. It's fun. Trying to navigate it and have a group decide what parts of it we're going to do, what parts of it we're not going to do. Who has the quest? Are we doing the quest? It's a nightmare. I don't remember what character it is, but I do have one really long Maradon run. I don't even think it was on the warrior. I really don't remember what character it was. And that was enough for me. I did that run. It took like 2.5 hours, and I knew then that I never wanted to do Mara again. And so I'm not going to be doing that. I wouldn't mind Cathedral or Uldamon again, but that would probably just be like an issue where if we needed the quest experience to get us into Tannerus, then I would do these. Otherwise, I'm kind of waiting for Zul'Farrak. Speaking of Zul'Farrak, I think that's, yeah, we're going to be able to start getting plate. These are just random guys. There really might not be a lot in here for us. Yeah. We can get the big bad pauldrons. It's worth trying to get that. There's a one-handed axe. There's a main hand sword that probably isn't really for us. Yeah, there's not a lot of gear in there, but it's good experience. Good experience, and I think there's like a bunch of quests we can get done. Scarabs and Troll Juju should be pretty easy to knock out, and then there's probably some other ones as well.
Great to meet you. See you soon.
So yeah, we got jungle stalkers to take on now. But I do think we want to go fight some trolls here. We still have a ton of stuff to do in Stranglethorn. I think that if we were to stay here and focus the zone, we could definitely get level 45. We do have a couple of things to finish up in the Alterac Mountains if we kind of want a change of scenery. We need warmongers killed, and we need to finish this quest here. We kind of started it, we were so close to being able to finish it. Couldn't get the name guy to respawn, and we needed one more mage. So we can do that as well. Hints of a new plague we're probably going to lose. Yeah, we have options. We have a ton of stuff to do. At this point, having content to do is not a problem. And yeah, it's funny, we're inching into the level 40s, which is usually when the game starts to slow way, way, way down. I don't think it's going to be that way. Obviously, with the experience buff, it's not going to quite be that way. And from what I remember of the mage, it didn't feel like it slowed down too much. I don't remember being in any immense pain getting from level 40 and getting into Outland. And once you get into Outland, it just kind of flies by. It truly does. And then if you can get to a point where you can do like the dungeons in the Auchendoon area, where you get an additional 5% experience buff usually if your faction controls it. I don't know how that will be on this server because I don't know how the population is swayed. Obviously, like, oh hi, you really want to do this right now, do you? On Pagel, it was always swayed for the Alliance, so the Alliance always had the buff, and on Mankrik, the Horde always had the buff, and that worked out for us. But on this server, I really don't know what faction is, like, the big faction. I don't know if maybe it's a more balanced server. Because of the nature of Fresh Start only having so many servers available, maybe it is more balanced because of that, I really don't know. Alright, so we need lots of things. We need tusks, we need fetishes. We don't have any kill quests at all, so that's a little bit weird, but should be okay. Yeah, I think there's like a main area we can get ourselves into. That should have plenty of guys for us to fight, assuming that they're not being farmed out by massive groups of players at the moment. There we go, we can start by taking on these guys. I can't remember if these witch doctors heal or not. I guess we will eventually find out one way or another. Someone's been around here. Yeah, it's definitely not abandoned by players. I haven't seen anybody yet, but the bodies tell the tale. This was not the best idea that I've ever had. These guys are level 44. So there is that. That's going to make things a little bit more challenging. Somehow we were able to interrupt that healing wave. That could have been really, really bad. He might just try it again. Yeah, I don't know if we want to be fighting the guys up here. Oh, we are probably dead. I think there is a very good chance of us dying here. We'll try to use lay on hands. Yeah, we just need to run. We're gonna need to run and use lay on hands. And even then, we're probably still gonna die. Oh, we're netted. Oh, we're so dead. This was bad. Yeah, it was ill-conceived from the start. And just kept getting worse. When I saw what level they are, I should have backed out and pulled those guys out so as not to pull any ads. But we didn't do that. We just stood there and fought like, you know, like an idiot. We might survive. Yeah, we lived, so just a little embarrassing. What do we want to do? Do we want to be here, I guess, is what the question we have to ask ourselves. We can fight the guys that are not level 43. That would be fine. So, it's just about finding those guys, I guess. And focusing only on them. Also, we're low on inventory space again. We're low on water. Like, I just would really like to hit level 42, I guess. And then I might need to bail to go learn abilities and to fix our whole inventory bank situation. Just get a bunch of stuff put into the bank that I'm not using for professions right now because we were obviously just kind of holding off on professions until a later time. He dropped a tusk and a fetish. He was a good sport. I appreciate that. Oh, the hunters with their pets. I dislike the pets. And there's now nobody up that we can actually fight. Fun times. What about in here? You just got tagged. That's fun. You can go ahead and do that. Okay, moving on. It's sad that these seem to be the only guys that I can find. I don't know if we're going to be finishing this one right now. We might be just moving on. Inventory's full. Yeah, pretty great. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I can't do anything about the healing wave, unfortunately. You guys up here are the level 44 guys. We're not doing that. So we got all the fetishes we need. That's its own quest, so conceivably we could turn that in. Oh hi, I just like have totally neglected your existence and I'm paying for that now. I'd like to just finish both of these quests so we never have to come back here again, but that being said, I also hate leaving all this loot on the ground. It's atrocious and I hate it. But it's my own fault, obviously. I don't really want to do anything like heading back to town until I'm 42 so we can go train. So I'm probably just going to try to stick this out. That being said, we need a lot. We need a lot of tusks. Yeah, I don't think we're going to... I don't think that's going to happen. Let's just get out of here for now. Yep. I have some serious work that I'm going to have to do offline. I'm going to have to get to town, get to a city, dump everything out of the bags that has to do with professions, and just go that route. I need to put the blues on the auction house. Need to put the blues on the auction house and pray that we can make a little bit of money, because obviously what I really need are some 16 slot bags. And I'm going to have to spend money on that before I think about spending money on professions or really anything else. Which is sad, but I really can't think of another way around it right now. We've gone too long with no inventory. I am kind of running through here hoping to rustle up some panthers, but likely is not going to happen. Because I see lots of other people trying to do the exact same thing. God, such a painful quest. Let's just get back and turn this in and hope it's enough to get us to level 42, shall we?
Good day to you.
Thank you. I will study these fetishes and see if they hold the secret to Curzon's fall into evil. Curzon may be dead, but that which drove him to evil still lives. Through my studies I have discovered this. An ogre mage, Mai Zoth, dwells in an ogre mound within the eastern mountains of Stranglethorn. He's rumored to employ mind-controlling magic. I am positive that he corrupted Curzon.
See you later.
Yeah, we'll probably be able to do that. Are we going to be able to find the guy alive? That's questionable. It's a higher level quest. We did hit level 42. Guys, I have to jump on a flight and get us to, I guess we're going to Stormwind.
Money, friend.
At Stormwind, I will go ahead and train our level 42 spells if I can afford it, which is questionable. I'm going to get everything out of our bags that we don't need, including all of the minerals and bars and stuff like that. And yeah, I think I'm probably going to have to set up a bank alt today as well. I'll probably play a little bit more today, at least another hour or so. It's getting into like the later afternoon, which I typically do other things during that time of my day. And I also don't really like being on during prime time because it does get way too congested in most of the zones. So maybe we'll come back here and do some more questing. Maybe we'll do some cathedral runs. Not entirely sure what I want to do next. I think I need to grab Repentance to get into Fanaticism. Increase the critical strike chance of all judgments capable of a critical strike by 6. Reduces threat when under the except when under the effects of Righteous Fury. Okay, thank God. Sanctified Wrath increases critical strike chance of Hammer of Wrath, which we don't have yet, but maybe we'll be training. Which I believe is our Execute type ability. Reduces the cooldown of Avenging Wrath, which we don't have, by 30 seconds. And while affected by Avenging Wrath, 25% of all damage caused bypasses damage reduction effects. Sounds like a PvP thing to me. I think we have to go into Repentance. Puts the enemy target in a state of meditation, incapacitating them for up to 1 minute, removing the effect of Righteous Vengeance. Usable against demons, dragonkin, giants, humanoids, and undead, but not beasts. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, guys, I am going to do this stuff and get it done. Thank you for joining me today for a little bit of an adventure in Stranglethorn. And I think I'll be seeing you guys later on today. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will be back very soon. Bye for now.